Hello and welcome to Own Your Lane. This is the best place for ambitious people who are taking charge of their lives, making that impact, making that money, and living fulfilling lives. I hope you're doing great and I'm so excited to have you here. So today I'm going to talk about a topic I'm calling It's Hard. Now what? Okay, so this year has been challenging. Life generally has challenges, but 2020 has been extra special, extra generous with the challenges. And so I know that we can sit around, and many people do sit around and talk about the challenges and how it's hard, how the government, how the pandemic, how everything that is outside our control is affecting us, and how we can cope or not cope in this situation. We can cry together and sympathize, empathize, but there has to come a place where you are like, okay, this is hard. Now what? Because life has to go on in spite of all the challenges that we're facing. Nobody has been in a pandemic before, but we're still alive and we're still here today. So what can we do about it? What should we do about it? What I'm encouraging you to do is to have a solution-based mindset. You can focus on the problems and we can discuss the problems, but nothing will change by us zooming in on the problem. But we can look at the solutions. They might not solve the whole world's problems, but they can solve your household's problem. They can solve your personal problems. So instead of looking at what we can't do and what is beyond our reach, what is not possible anymore, you can look into what is possible right now. How can I make things work for me right now? How can I change how I do life? How can I change how I think? Because when we don't get out of a problem-centric approach to life and move to the solution-centric approach to life, what we do is we get depressed. We get the life sucked out of us. We get sad and stuck and stagnated. And that might feel like you're doing something. That might feel justified, but that is not going to help anybody. Because in spite of what's happening around the world, in spite of what is not happening around the world, we are alive for a reason. We are still healthy, present, here for a reason. So we are supposed to move forward. I truly believe that complaining, focusing on what is wrong and then complaining about it, blocks our own progress. Because a complaining mind is not a creative mind. A complaining mind is not looking for answers to anything. It's just blaming. It's just worried. And worry, complaining, fear, all these spirits, all these powers and thoughts and emotions do not drive solutions. So why engage in them? Again, I'm not saying don't worry, don't be in a place where you can cry, but I'm saying after you cry, after you worry, after you're concerned, there has to be a way forward. There has to be a place where you dust yourself up and say, this is hard, this is happening, but now what? What do I still want from life? 2020 is not cancelled. If it was cancelled, you'd be dead. But you are alive, so it's not cancelled. So what should you do? Or how should you position yourself? How can you survive and thrive in spite of everything? One amazing thing that I learned from The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, this famous book by Steve Covey, was really to focus on what you can control. Because what you can control has this certain pull, right? Because it's outside your control. So you can blame and point, and you can have fruitful discussions about things that you never implement. So we can talk about how the president should react differently, how the economy should be handled. We can talk about things, how Russia and the US and China, things that are beyond our control. We can have fruitful, intelligent discussions about them. But nothing will change for them and nothing will change for us. So all these big discussions, these are the things we forward a lot. So we forward negative stories about people who are really detached from us. We forward opinions, people who have made blunders, and we forward them to so many people. They are beyond us. There's nothing we can do about it. We won't even pray about it because we're not that concerned. We're just trying to spread things. You're feeling like you're doing something, but you're really just stuck in this rut that is attracting negativity, that is attracting emptiness and vanity in the stories that you're talking about, in the focus that you have. So focus on what you can control. When you focus on what you can't control, it leaves you powerless and negative and frustrated and stuck. It doesn't move anything. It takes away from you, actually. It sucks the life out of you. When you focus on what you can control, you feel in charge. You definitely are not in charge of all of life. But when you focus on, let's say, I want to wake up early so I can take care of my kids, and you do that, and you wake up early, you take care of your kids, you feel on top of your game. You feel in charge of your environment. That is a mindset that can be created. That is a mindset that will have solutions. That is a mindset that will not be stagnated. That is going to be a creative, innovative mind right there, because you're focusing on what you have the power to do. You're not wasting energy on that which you do not have the power to do. And then when you have these things that are on your lap that you need to focus on, you're tired because you have spent all your time, your energy, your intelligence solving world problems that don't sit on your to-do list. So I like to say, own your lane, because that's all we can own. Our lanes. Our lives need heroes. Our lives need solutions. Our communities need solutions. And when we zone into our lane, we focus on what we can do, focus on what our capabilities are, understand our limitations. We enlarge our sphere of influence, because then you are putting your energy in things that matter. And as you're moving these things that matter, they're expanding, they're multiplying, you're being fruitful. Zoom in to your lane. When you catch yourself focusing, discussing, giving yourself time and energy to things that you can't really do anything about. There might be world issues, but there can be issues about your neighbor, your cousins, whoever it is, that really have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with you. There is really nothing other than gossip, other than feeling better, other than comparing, that you'll get out of it. Then drop it. Redirect your focus to what matters, to things that need your attention, because I can promise you, your life needs your attention. It would be better focusing your energy on those things that need work other than things that are outside your control. Another cool hack that you can do is watch your company. I know this is said a lot. I hear it a lot, even in the Bible. Everywhere. Anyone who has achieved anything will tell you to watch your company. Keep company with people who are solving their problems, people who are positive, people who are solution oriented. Not people who are just sucking out from you, right? Sometimes you're just sitting with people and they're negative, and you're the one who's positive, who's trying to pull them up, give them hope. That kind of environment will suck the life out of you, and then before you know it, you're also exhausted and you're also stuck in the dumps. So what you need to do is make sure you're spending more time with people who are of a higher mindset, of an equal mindset, of an equal approach or perspective to life with you. That way you are energized for the positive things, and you will learn from them. You see how they're coping, because I tell you the truth, not everybody is struggling. When you feel like you're struggling, when you feel like you're stuck, not everybody is. And it's not like, oh yeah, not everybody is because they're better off. Actually, people who are worse off than you, maybe financially, relationally, and educationally, and other ways, they're able to find a way because of just their attitude and their perspective. So if you really, really want to make a change, if you really, really want to thrive and not just survive, then you have to watch who you're spending your time with. Edit people out because they're pulling you down. Be with people that you're going to pull each other up, and be willing to be pulled, because sometimes we love to wallow in our sadness and our stuckness and our stagnated space. We love to sit there, and they say misery loves company, and it's true. So you love to sit there and talk about what's wrong and talk about whatever. You're not helping anything, and nothing's going to change. You might feel good in the moment, but come tomorrow, life is the same. Now you feel worse, actually. So ditch the negative company. If you're the negative company, change and choose your thoughts right. Redirect what you're feeding your mind. Those forwards that just bring desperation and fear and hysteria around people, ditch those things and focus your mind right. It's so amazing when you just decide, let's say the whole day you're just listening to uplifting music, you're watching uplifting stories, you're focusing your mind on the good. You'll be surprised how uplifting for your spirit, how many solutions and how many positive vibes you will have, how much love you have to give. It's really transformational for you and for me and for everyone. Do get accountability around you, company around you that is moving in the direction that you want to move. And have faith. Come on. Have faith. Where is your faith? You are alive. You are here. That means something. Do you know what has to work and be aligned and work together to keep you alive? I was reading something the other day, and it was like it takes 4 minutes? Is it 4 seconds? 4 minutes without air, a human can survive. Is it 14 minutes without water. There were so many other things, or pointing at things that we need to survive and how long we would survive without them. And I was like, how come I'm spending like 10 minutes without air? Because I would be dead if I did that, right? So there's a lot that is happening in your body, outside you and around you, within you, everywhere. There's a lot that is happening, and it's all aligning to keep you alive. God is working them out for you to be alive and well today. So that means there is something you need to do today. There's something that you can offer the world today. There's something you can offer your family and those around you today. There's so much that is working together to keep you and sustain you. So don't waste that. Understand that that is pointing to purpose. That is pointing to something greater. So have faith in God, His plans for your life. Have faith in your ability and your value, because God didn't just make you randomly to just throw you around and just push you around. He gave you a purpose. Have faith in that. The last thing you can do is act, right? So you're being positive, you have faith, you're focusing on things that you can control. Now act every day in alignment to what you want to achieve. Act every day as if it is already done. Don't wait for things to change. Like when the coronavirus is over, I'll be looking nice. I'll not take my outfits for granted. I'll not take my hangouts with my friends for granted. No, don't wait till a time comes, because we don't promise that time. But you are promised today. You have today. So act today in alignment to what you want to achieve, in alignment to what has been revealed to you as you were taking for granted. Act in alignment to that, so that you are becoming already the person that is positive, that is a ray of sunlight, a person that is solution oriented, a person that is a blessing, family, to the community, to the world, because we need more positive, loving, supportive people in the world. So that is it, folks. It's hard, but you can do something about it because you are here. It's hard, but don't be stuck. It's hard. It's going to build you, so learn from it. When you survive this, you come out stronger, and you're meant to survive this. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening to this. And that's why I believe that you can win. That's all I had for you today. I hope this was encouraging, and I hope you get to do something about your circumstances. I hope you don't wallow in negativity and in sadness. I hope you cry, but then you get up and not cry like a person without hope, but you keep hope alive and keep pushing and keep living and keep rejoicing and celebrating the good in your life. You can get in touch with me. I always love that. Maybe it's Zaina Kanjata across all the social. I love to hear from you. But also, join me every Tuesday. I have a new video every Tuesday over here. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Let's grow the community, and let's keep up leveling and taking charge of our lives. I will see you soon. Mwah.